My name is Jeff, I'm your skipper, and my mate today is Ali. If you've got any questions, ask Ali. Don't ask me, I'll be driving the boat. This is for your safety. In the big white boxes, 4.5, that's where we keep our life jackets. We've got 64 life jackets. We've got 13 people on board with plenty to go round, 4 each in fact. There's more than that. Anyway, you can make a raft with 2 life rafts. Don't be greedy. You've got children's life rafts in the bow, in the cupboard in the bow with flares. You also have life rings on the roof, and a massive great 65-person life raft on the stern. Now this will launch itself automatically just as soon as the boat is sunk. In the meantime, I'll be on the radio phoning up friends. And that's the safety bit over with. If there was an instance, just remain calm and seated. I can wait for instructions from either myself or Ali.
The MV My Girl, skippered by Jeff for the last 20 years, is a seasonal service providing 3 return trips a day between Weymouth and Portland, weather permitting. The season being from April to October. The MV My Girl was built in 1931 in Mavagissy, Cornwall, and is 11.5 metres long or 38 feet. With a carvel hull and the original engine being replaced by a Nanny diesel engine, giving her a maximum speed of 7 knots. Our course to steer is for Portland Marina, that is purpose-built for pleasure boats in the southwest corner of Portland Harbour, adjacent to the Weymouth and Portland Sailing Academy at Osprey Quay. Construction of the marina began in 2007 by the developers and marina management firm Dean and Reddy Hoff, opening in 2009. It was the first permanent facility built in the UK for the 2012 Olympic Games. The marina is home to over 400 berths, surrounded by an 860-metre breakwater constructed from Portland stone, and its development involved reclaiming approximately 2 acres from the harbour, dredging an approach channel to provide a hoist dock, and the installation of a steel-framed piled access walkway. Docking fees are based on the overall length of the boat, including swim platforms, bow pulpits, boomkins, bowsprits and dinghies. All dockage fees include electricity, water, parking and Wi-Fi. After departing the marina, My Lady then enters Portland Harbour, and back in 1849 the construction of this harbour began, and it was completed in 1872. Its 520 hectare or 1,300 acre surface area made it the largest man-made harbour in the world, and remains one of the largest in the world today. It is naturally protected by Portland to the south, Chesil Beach to the west, and mainland Dorset to the north. It consists of 4 breakwaters, 2 southern and 2 northern. These have a total length of 4.57 kilometres or 2.84 miles. And enclose approximately 1,000 hectares or 2,500 acres of water. These breakwaters give access and egress to Portland Harbour by 3 entry points. The southern entrance, otherwise known as the Hood entrance. The eastern entrance, otherwise known as Chequered Fort entrance. And lastly, the northern entrance. Portland Harbour was built by the Admiralty as a facility for the Royal Navy, and access was also available to merchant ships on the 11th of December 1923 it was formally designated Her Majesty's Naval Base Portland and continued to serve as such until its closure in 1995. The Hood entrance, so named after HMS Hood, that was a modified Royal Sovereign class pre-dreadnought battleship built for the Royal Navy in the early 1890s. She differed from the other ships of the class in that she had a cylindrical gun turrets instead of barbettes and a lower freeboard. On the 4th of November 1914, HMS Hood was scuttled in Portland Harbour to block the southern ship channel, a potential access route for U-boats or for torpedoes fired from outside the harbour. Her wreck became known as Old Hole in the Wall. The Chequered Fort entrance was built between 1868 and 1875 in order to defend Portland Harbour. and has been a Grade 2 listed building since 1978. The Navy have always referred to the fort under its original name of Fort Chequers, presumably due to its receiving the same checker camouflage pattern as those forts at Spithead. Designed by Captain E. H. Stewart of the Royal Engineers, the circular fort was first planned in 1859. Due to subsidence, the fort was constructed on a granite base of stone that is a 200-foot or 61-metre diameter ring of stone laid on the seabed. The main floor consists of gun rooms and ports for 14 heavy guns. Below the gun floor are the shell and cartridge stores and engine rooms. The fort also has its own harbour and ancillary barrack buildings, and was built at the cost of £75,968. In 1892 the fort was installed with 7 12.5-inch rifle muzzle loading cannons, and these were replaced in 1907 by 2 6-inch BL guns and 2 12-pounder QF guns. During World War I it was armed with 2 6-inch BL Mark 7 guns, and during World War II the fort was used as an examination battery and was reduced to care and maintenance by 1945 and abandoned in 1956.